He was hitting. I saw where ministers were being harassed with poverty. I was already walking in the supernatural. I've seen miracles from Bible school. I've seen the lame drop crushes from Bible school. But I didn't see prosperity. So I called my wife. I said, sweetheart, let's not deceive ourselves. If we go to ministry like this, we will beg. I want to know the secret of kingdom wealth. I was already teaching prosperity. I've taught on tithing, I've taught on giving, I've been invited to teach, but I've not heard a voice. Do you understand the difference? And I wanted to hear. I know 10% is tithe. Bible school, I had A in prosperity. That you have A does not mean that you know it. Do you understand now? And then I saw myself that, boy, you don't know it yet. I've told you the story before. What made me to know I don't know it? I sat down with the book, God's Will is Prosperity and Breaking Financial Hardship. I read the book. After the book, I sat down in deep meditation. And I said, Lord, I want to hear your voice concerning kingdom wealth. And then while I was in deep meditation, his voice came majestically. He said, the voice upon many waters. He said, without all contradiction, the less is blessed of the better. I say, how do you mean? He said, who is blessing you? I said, Bishop Oyedepo, of course. He said, don't you know you can never prosper without a prophet? So who is your prophet? I said, Oyedepo. He said, now listen, after your tithe and offering, you must keep sowing to his life if you want to prosper all the days of your life. So, wow! I said, this is the secret? He said, this is the secret of kingdom wealth. Without the prophet speaking over you, there will be no profit. I told my wife, I said, we had only 50 naira in the house. Married people. 1997. Home and abroad, bank and no bank. I said, bring the 50 naira. She brought it. I envelope it. Because when you hear God's voice, your faith will rise. I heard his voice. I didn't say, hey, this 50 naira I will take. No, my faith rose. Bim. I said, bring the 50 naira. I envelope it. I said, this for Bishop Oyedepo. I dropped it. In less than 2 hours, somebody knocked our door. Pastor, I just got 10,000 now. I said I should give you 2,000. 50 naira, 2,000. See the ratio. Get the ratio. I said, is that how it works? I remove tithe, remove offering, I remove profit offering. And that one. From that day to date, I've never been broke. Hello? I have a safe for profit offering. I have a safe. I use safe. I don't use bag. I have 3 safes. 1 tithe, 1 offering, 1 profit offering. I have accounts for the 3. Are you getting me? Because I heard what? God's voice. You know why you're dragging your step? You have not heard his voice.
This is another terrible, terrible man of God. Sometimes I really feel pity for all those people who worship in his church. In my own opinion, he is one of the worst. He is one of the worst because he tells stories that just elevate him. He is so full of himself. He is so egoistic and self-centered. When he comes to church, he makes sure that everyone understands that he has done far more than every single one of them. And they should never for a second think that they will ever match what he has done. He is the same person who said that he gave the Lord $1 million when he has not a house of his own. And the question was, Mr. Man of God, Pastor David, who did you give the money to? Question 1. Question 2, you did not have a house. Why? Was it because you couldn't afford a house of your own, or you did not want to have a house of your own? And if we are taking the first one, that the reason was because you couldn't afford one, then how come you were able to come about with $1 million without being able to afford a house of your own? Isn't that contradictory? Is that contradictory? Because I would suspect that for anyone to have access to $1 million, that person should be able to afford a house in Nigeria. I would think so. And I guess most of you guys out there who hear what the man of God said would think the same. Like, how come this guy is claiming that he gave the Lord $1 million when he did not even have a house of his own? How come? The guy is a Olushi, a big Olushi. That's who the guy is. You can hear what he's saying. That things were very rough in his house. Things were so rough. In fact, things were getting out of control. And he prayed to the Lord to give him the knowledge on how to become prosperous. On how to become prosperous, which translates that his whole ambition, his whole motive for getting into pastoring wasn't to be a shepherd of God's sheep. No. That wasn't the reason. The reason was to line up his pocket. The reason was to enrich himself. The reason was he figured out that pastoring was a very, very lucrative profession, and he could use that to gather enough wealth for himself. And that is exactly what he has done. He is super rich, and he spared no effort to let all of us know. Now he is very straightforward. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He's straightforward. He just tells us as it is. I have done this. I have done this. I have done this. If the Bible was written today, my name should have been there before many of those losers in the Bible who did not do as much as I have done. All those people whose names are in the Bible are losers. What have they done? I have done far more than most of them. So I deserve to have my name written in the Bible. What an arrogant person. And you will sit there and listen to him talk like this, and you didn't say anything, right? In fact, you just sit there and watch him talk, and you didn't do anything. You will enable such poor behavior from him, because he is your man of God after all, and he is the Lord's chosen. And if the Lord chooses him, it means the Lord knows why, and we have no right to question him, isn't it? Who are we to question his actions and decisions? After all, he is God's chosen person, isn't it? Oh, my brothers and sisters. I always ask myself this question, right? And I don't know, maybe we might never know, but this is a question. If the white men did not bring Christianity to Africa, how would our continent have been? Like, if we did not came to meet this religion thing in Africa, would we as a society be way more better than we are now? Or nothing would have changed? This is a question I ask myself every now and then, because I don't understand how we got to this position. I have no idea how we got here. Really, I have no idea. And sometimes I wonder what it would take for us to get back, because as far as I'm concerned, we are far, far gone. We are really, really gone. In fact, some people might suggest that there might be no turning back. But you know what? It's good not to be pessimistic, right? Optimism is very good. So things can always get better with the right information and the right channeling. Things can always get better. So let's hope and pray that many more people realizes that this has got to stop, and they jump on the bandwagon, and together let's start educating our fellow African brothers and sisters. Let's start telling them what is right from what is wrong. Let's start making them understand that their men of God are taking them for a ride, and it's high time they open their eyes and smell the coffee. But you guys out there, what is your take on Pastor David Ibiyeomie? What do you think about him? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And please like the video, share it, follow us on Facebook, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel, because that helps us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you, and thank you, and thank you.